researching counterfeiting material without authorization of the counterfeit?
Well, I'm very much into philosophy. A lot of different philosophers that I've read over the years, like Nietzsche, Darwin, Freud, Aleister Crowley, and finally Anton LaVey. And fortunately, he's still alive, so I got to meet with him and talk about his ideas and things like that. And in America, Satanism is sensationalized and kind of misunderstood, and people associate it with worshiping the devil and things like that. But it's really a philosophy about individuality and self-preservation. It's about being your own God.
Bulls Evil here. Like, share, subscribe. I'm sure many of you have heard about Marilyn Manson and his rape room. So someone sent me this, and I wanted to make a video to show people the common theme in torture-based mind control, commonly known as MK Ultra. Now here's an article from hotnewhiphop.com by Alex Adele, February 5th, 2021. It says Marilyn Manson has a rape room in his house, says Phoebe Bridges. Now I'm going to skip to the bottom because what stood out to me was one of the victims claimed here in this paragraph. It says Marilyn Manson was dropped from his record label after several women came forward to accuse him of sexual abuse, including Evan Rachel Wood and Jenna Jameson. Manson, whose real name is Brian Warner, was called out by Wood, who said the name of my abuser is Brian Warner, also known to the world as Marilyn Manson. He started grooming me when I was a teenager, horrifically abused me for years. I was brainwashed and manipulated into submission. Now you see there, she claims she was brainwashed. Now, according to Thanks for the Memories, written by Bryce Taylor, brainwashed is a CIA created term created in about, I believe, the 80s. The proper term we should use is mind control, okay? So now you see she was mind controlled, right? This is the popular idea. This is the popular thing that's going on. This is the way they do it. Do torture. And the most popular torture, the most horrific torture there is rape. Now let's take a look at the guys Marilyn Manson mentioned. In Nietzsche, the author of The Antichrist. The Antichrist is a book by the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, originally published in 1895. Although it was written in 1888, its controversial content made Franz Overbeck and Heinrich Koselleck delay its publication, along with Echo Homo. The German title can be translated into English as either the Antichrist or the Anti-Christian, depending on how the German word Christ is translated. And as you see here from one of his quotes from atheistrepublic.com, Christians was from the beginning essentially and fundamentally life's nausea and disgust with life, merely concealed behind masks by pressed up as faith in another or better life. That's nothing more to say. Like, they're always bashing Christianity. Also mentioned Charles Robert Darwin, who was an English naturalist, geologist, and biologist, best known for his contributions to the science of evolution. And obviously, the science of evolution goes directly against the Bible. He also mentioned Sigmund Freud, and I mentioned several times in my other videos about his seduction theory. Now, it says here, Freud's seduction theory was a hypothesis posited in the mid-1890s by Sigmund Freud that he believed provided the solution to the problem of the origins of hysteria and obsessional neurosis. According to the theory, a repressed memory of an early childhood sexual abuse or molestation experience was an essential precondition for hysterical and obsessional symptoms. And obviously, he was probably mentioned for his belief, for Freud's belief in the unconscious mind and the conscious mind and repressed memories. He mentions Aleister Crowley, who was an English occultist, ceremonial magician, poet, painter, novelist, and mountaineer. Brokeback Mountain type of guy. He founded the religion of Thelma. Do what thy wilt will be the whole of the law. That's the religion of Thelma, identifying himself as the prophet entrusted with guiding humanity into the Aeon of Horus. You see another Egyptian-style Satanist, like I showed before. Do what thy wilt. Do what thy wilt shall be the whole of the law is a moral utterance found in the Thelmitic foundation scripture, which is called the Book of the Law. Do what thy wilt is known as the Law of Thelma. And I had to throw this picture in here of Jay-Z wearing the Do What Thy Wilt hoodie. Then he mentions Anton Sander LaVey, who he actually met, right, and spoke to. Born Howard Stanton LaVey, April 11, 1930 to October 29, 1997, was an American author, musician, and occultist. He was the founder of the Church of Satan and the religion of LaVeyan Satanism. He authored several books, including The Satanic Bible, The Satanic Rituals, The Satanic Witch, The Devil's Notebook, and Satan Speaks. And not to mention, one of his ex-members, Michael Aquino, who went on to start his own satanic church called the Temple of Set, another Egyptian, right? Another Egyptian-style Satanist. Michael Aquino was actually accused of raping somebody at the Presidio daycare rape case at the army base. But somehow, some way, he got the cases dismissed, right? Just saying. And those kids got STDs, and one of the person they locked up had HIV. So it's a very serious case, but he always gets swept under the rug. I did a video about Anton Sander LaVey's The Satanic Rituals book about 2 years ago here, and the reason I did the video because he gave a shout out to 32nd degree Freemasons, aka Shriners, for a satanic ritual that they perform. And in the book, something stood out to me. I want to show you. It's me right on the front page. It says, "On the altar of the devil, up is down, pleasure is pain, darkness is light, slavery is freedom, and madness is sanity." So everything is the opposite, right? Everything's flipped upside down. Everything's backwards. Good is bad. Bad is good, right? Just like this victim said here on Oprah.
Were you raised with a sense of right and wrong, Rachel?
Yes. I mean, it's like I had both. I mean, to the outside world, everything we did was proper and right, and then there were the nights that things changed, that things just got turned around. What was wrong was right, and what was right was wrong. That's what helps to create to develop MPD.
Multiple personality.